Hello, and you may be wondering why you're currently looking at a fully stock H1 Hummer. Well, the answer to that is quite simple, because we're about to turn it into the monster Hummer throughout this video. So let's go ahead and get started with the upgrades. Now, upgrade-wise, this thing is definitely going to need a full build. I mean, it's very slow without upgrades, and for what we're going to put it through, it's going to need to be upgraded, trust me. So, for the purposes of sort of going with that military Hummer vibe, we're also converting it over to diesel, and then e-brake wise, we're going to go ahead and add one just because. And then obviously we're going to go ahead and do a full turbo build, and oh, we did not upgrade the durability, which is a little bit disappointing. But we don't have to worry about any of that now because it's literally all done. By the way, take a look at the monster wheelie bus in the back. So, with all of that said and done now, let's go ahead and head out to the tuning section of things where we can actually swap over to our monster suspension. So we'll go ahead and get the monster suspension installed in the front and the rear, and it definitely already transforms the vehicle a bunch because it's already way higher than it was stock, and it's just basically primed and ready to be transformed into something completely and totally ridiculous. So let's go back and actually go to the suspension tuning, and we'll upgrade the front and the rear to their maximum potential for upgrades. And then axis width wise, I'm actually maybe going to go for a different approach this time. I'm not sure. So normally what I do is I go full wide, but I'm almost wondering if for this one, it would be better to sort of keep it a little bit closer in, like maybe a 0.3. We'll say 0.3, and we'll go from there. So 0.3, and then travel-wise, max it out. And again, it's going to look really dumb right now, but I'm curious to see if it's still going to look dumb when we put the big tires on it. And I'll come back and mess with the shock size and the stiffness a little bit later. So let's go ahead and do, oh, that's not what we want. I want to go ahead and max that all the way out so we don't have to worry about it again. And back to the front, and wheel radius is going max, wheel width is going max. And actually right now, we don't need to make the axis width like crazy wide. So I'm kind of in between on whether or not I actually want to do that. So let's go ahead and make this completely maxed out. And again, it's close, but it doesn't quite touch the shocks, which is what I was looking for, because most of my monster trucks are like super, super wide, and I wanted to see what we could do with one that maybe wasn't quite as ridiculously wide. So I'm going to go up to like a 1.2 on wheel size in the front and the rear. And obviously those wheels are going to be changed out, but I'm thinking that, oh, what are you doing? No, that's not what I wanted. That was like about as far from what I wanted to do as I could have possibly been. Okay, so customization now as far as like visual stuff goes, I do want to go ahead and do a little bit with the body because I know there's a lot you can do. I mean, it's a Hummer. So I don't know if I want to take that brush guard off. I think I probably do, even though, yeah, I kind of want to replace it with that. I feel like it exposes that iconic Hummer front end a little bit better. And then for the rear bumper, I think I may actually leave the stock rear bumper. As weird as that might be, I think it kind of works. So we obviously got a roof rack, a half cage in the front, half cage in the back, and then full cage across the whole entire vehicle, which, again, I don't really want to do because I'm trying to keep that sort of OG Hummer look. Fender flare-wise, I mean, whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's extreme Hummer status. Okay, that's fairly crazy. That's fairly crazy, and I'll go for it. Obviously, people are going to need a little bit of help getting in. And then roof lights, not worried about it. Snorkel, I'm not really all that worried about it, to be honest. I mean, just because of the fact that it's a freaking, like, well, I guess we'll go ahead and put one on anyway. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, but it's a little bit, wacky. We could do, I'm going to do dual stacks. I might as well do dual stack. Well, actually, no, you know what? Hang on. We'll do one just on the left because we got the intake on the right. Windshield protection, not worried about it. Jack, winch. We'll do a winch, but like the jack I'm not worried about because you're not really going to be jacking the thing up much anyway. And then I'm going to go for the white lights like I usually do with that. And then we're pretty much done there in terms of like visual upgrade add-ons. So now on to the paint. And oh my God. I wasn't even thinking about doing yellow, but after seeing the yellow, I'm down to do it. Like, I'm genuinely down to do it. It's crazy looking. I was originally going to go for red, but I kind of think the yellow looks better. I don't know. I kind of think the yellow looks better. So, wheels-wise, I'm going to do a wheel that I've liked in the past, but I'm going to do it with a beadlock ring instead of just a normal, basically like a normal wheel like I've done before. So, let's go ahead and do the spokes themselves in white, and then the bead in yellow to match. This is going to be like total school bus yellow. It really is. Get that beadlock ring on, and then there we go. Actually, no, you know what? Yes, that's way more Hummer style. Way more Hummer style. Okay, we'll get that done. God, this thing is going to be like... I feel like it's going to be one of those, like, love it or hate it type things. Ah, why are you trying to switch the front bumper up on me? All right, tires now. Do I want to go for something that's decent on rocks? Or do I want to go for, like, a full-on sand setup? Maybe a mud setup? I don't know, man. I'm kind of in between. I really am. I really am kind of in between. Those chained tires will do really well in the snow, obviously, because that's what they're made for. But... man, I don't know. Like, these are crazy on rocks, but I'm really not building this thing for rocks. Like, that's not my goal with it. My goal with it is not to have, you know, a rock crawler. My goal with it is to sort of have a monster truck that can also sort of do mud truck things. So I think at the end of the day, I think these almost paddle-ish tires are going to be the go-to for me. Now... do I want to do... oh my... well, that clips through the shocks. We're going to obviously have to adjust the... oh my God. I mean... if we're already this far into it, this deep into it, we might as well just go nuts. The only thing is... I was originally not planning on putting the axis width all the way out, but I think I'm going to have to. Like, I really think there's no other way around it. I'm going to just have to do it because... and they still clip through the shocks. Oh my God. There's really... holy cow. There's not much room for error here, is there? I mean, like, your shocks are going through your tires, bud. I mean... You're kind of in a league of your own. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and take it out and see what it's like. Now, yes, I know that. Let's see. I kind of want to do... you know what? I'm curious. I kind of want to do something mud related. So let me see. Oh God, that's wrong. Mud. Just straight up mud. And then we're going to go ahead and sort by rating. And let's see, rock, mud, mix, mud, bog. Get your mud trucks ready. Mud pit, very deep mud. Okay, so hang on. We'll do this, and this. I'm curious as to, well, what the heck? I don't know why it took me there. I don't know what I clicked, but I don't know why it took me to where it did. Okay, well, obviously... this will be in favorites. Now, let's try this deep, muddy water. I'm down for that. Let's see what it could do. I mean, it's a double dually, fully built turbo diesel Hummer. How bad could it possibly be? Good God. That thing is just... I mean, it's a different level, that's for sure. I'm going to lock everything down before we get into whatever this, like... muddy river is. Is the muddy... oh God. Oh, it's down there. Oh, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want. All right. Oh, Jesus. It's a bit deep there, mate. That's... Oh, no! Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and reset on that one because we drove right off the edge. Oh, okay, so this map is, like, super small. God, that slowed it down to a crawl. Let's put it in low and see what it can do. Oh, God, here comes the rain. Go! It definitely digs in and go. Oh, God. The steering's got a bit of a mind of its own. Like, seriously, I'm not gonna lie. The steering is pretty wacky, like, when it gets in the mud. It'll kind of go whatever way it wants to go, and that's not really an understatement. Let's see what it'll do in high. High actually really works because this is full throttle, and I'm able to just creep along and not really worry about, spinning, because it's not like I'm going to be able to spin these double dualies in packed mud anyway. Come on, there we go. Easy. This almost feels like it drives like a tracked vehicle more so than like a vehicle with actual tires. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, you know, tracks on each individual wheel like mat tracks or something. I mean like it feels like it's got like tracks like a dozer, which is, again, an odd thing to say, but that's kind of like how it drives. It's very, very wacky. Like, very wacky. But it would have to be wacky. I mean, look at it. Look at what you're looking at. Look at what you're driving. I mean, it would have to be wacky. But then again, you would also have to be wacky to want to drive something like this. Thankfully, I am. So let's go ahead and get back to the menu now and try one of the other mud-related maps, because that one wasn't quite what I expected it to be. It was cool, but it wasn't quite what I expected it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and head back into single player and custom maps, favorites, and then let's see. This one says very deep mud, and it's got a lot of upvotes, so we'll see what happens. Adding mud takes a little bit longer. Okay, so where's this mud? Is that it? Probably. Is this like... Oh, this is cool. So this is an actual, like, speed run through the mud. All right, let me engage everything. Go! Oh, God. Go the right direction! Oh, no. Oh, God, it's chugging now. It's moving. It's just chugging. I wonder if I can... there's not much to be gained from that. There's very little to be gained from going to low range, honestly. Will you get back to the right? Oh my God, will you get back to the right, dude? Like, seriously? Come on, this is gonna take me almost a minute. Turns a lot better with diff lock off, but I feel like we already knew that. Come on! Wow. World record, 4.9 seconds. My time, 1 minute, 1.5 seconds. That's what you call a yikes, bud. What about this mud pit? Oh. God, when it sinks, it's bad. Like, when it sinks, it is so bad. Oh, he was building up some steam there for a second. Like, just a little bit. Easy, 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 easy. I'm flat out. This is legit flat out, guys. Like, I am not feathering the throttle at all. This is 100% flat out. was picking up some speed for a second there, and then it acted like it wanted to slow back down, which was odd. I got everything locked. It's just so ridiculous to me, like, looking at the tires clipping through the shocks. It's like, come on. I just wish I could move the shocks just a little bit more. And then when you get it out of the mud, it feels like it's so fast. When in reality, it's just the fact that you're used to it going extremely slow from it being in the mud. Are these solid? I guess we're not going to find out. Let's see what happens if I hit one of those pits, like, at 70 plus miles an hour. See how long it takes to slow me down. Oh! Almost made it! Whoa! Momentum! Yo! Momentum, momentum, momentum! Oh my god. I expected to be stopped dead in my tracks. I did not expect to actually have, like, a full-on proper run at that. The brakes suck. I'll just go ahead and let you all know that right now. The brakes are awful, but I feel like that's something you would come to expect from something this big. Yep. Parked. Perfect. Perfect parking space. No worries. No worries whatsoever. Perfect parking space and perfect parking indeed. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. And if you're new around here, click that subscribe button and click the notification bell to stay up to date. And I'll see you guys next time.